I spoke all over the place. I'm doing all these conventions. People come up to me from the convention. You know, I do a lot of real estate stuff. And years ago, they would start to come up to me and say, you know, my wife works for this company, my husband works for this company, you know, they're looking for a speaker for their convention. You were like, awesome, would you want to do their convention? It's like, sure. Okay? Now, I did a big program in Washington, D.C. And right after the program, I got called by a Washington, D.C. Speakers Bureau. This was 10 years ago. And they said, hi, are you John Tenza? I said, yes, I am. And they said, you just spoke at? And I said, yes, I did. And they said, well, a number of our people were there, and they want you to come to this convention, and we want to hire you. And I said, well, before we go any further, let's check and see if I have the date open. So when I said, let's check and see if they have the date open, what was I telling them? I got stuff to do. I'm busy here. You might not be able to get me. Okay? Now, why did I do that? Because if they think I'm really busy and in demand, they're not going to ask me to do what? Cut my commission. Got that, everybody? See? I want you to jot this down. Protect your commissions. Protect your commissions. And 10 years ago, in the real estate industry, if you were getting paid $1,500 to speak, it was like, you're at the top, baby. You've arrived. And so they said, what do you charge? And I said, $1,500. And then there was dead silence. And I figured, okay, good. They're going to want me to do it for $500. And then they said, well, I'm sorry, we won't be able to use you. And I said, why not? And they said, we don't hire speakers that get less than $4,000 an hour. And I made a note to myself, don't be so stupid and say what you charge. Ask a question. So the next Speakers Bureau said, what do you charge? And I said, what's in your budget? And they said, $4,000. I said, that would work.
I'll try very hard, but it won't work.
Do you get that, everybody? And it's just like that one story I told you where that guy was making more money. I was like, holy cow, that guy's making that, he's a jerk, I gotta make that much. See, it opened up my eyes. And if I had said 4,000 to those people or 5,000, guess what they would have done? They would have wrote me a check. See, so my self-esteem wasn't a $4,000 or $5,000 an hour guy at the time. You get what I'm saying? Okay? So that's why I share with you. We all go through this progressive journey. We all make mistakes. We all leave the money on the table. My job is to put more money in your pocket than you leave on the table. That's a good thing, wouldn't you agree? All right. So, first-time buyer, they want to buy with what?
Capital.
Right on! Your first name?
Larissa.
Did you say Larissa or Clarissa?
Larissa.
Larissa, wonderful. Okay, I love the way she said that. Okay, the rest of you like you're losing. She's winning. So let's try this again. Okay, so you're working with a first-time buyer. What do they want from you?
Confidence.
Okay, you're working with an experienced buyer. Someone who's been transferred around, bought a couple homes. What do they want? They want something
Special.
You got it. All right. Now, curious neighbors. I have heard so many real estate agents blow this. Oh, it's just dumb neighbors. Really? Oh, those dumb neighbors might have a home to sell. Okay? I listed a home a couple of months ago in Ypsilanti. It was 6 degrees outside. We just had 6 inches of snow that fell. It's a $39,000 home. Okay, it's not a big home. It's in the Willow Run School District. I'm sitting there with the sellers, and I said, I'm just curious. I'm going to door knock around the neighborhood and see if I can find a buyer for your home. Have any of your neighbors that you've known for living here for 10 years mentioned that they might want to buy or move this year? And he said, well, the neighbor next door, you know, she said her sister's looking. And I said, well, I'll definitely start there. So I went home, I did up all the highlight sheets and flyers. I came back the next day. Guess what I did? I knocked on my seller's door. And I said, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, hi, it's me. Here's the highlight sheets, here's the flyers for your home, and I got a bunch of them here. I'm going to go door knock around the neighborhood. And they said, are you really going to do that at 6 degrees outside and 6 inches of snow? I said, yeah, I told you I was going to do it. Does that mean credibility, everybody? Do you get that? Why do you think I'm door knocking when it's 6 degrees out?
More clients.
Because there's a ton more clients. Every door I knock on, it's like, I can't believe you're out here. What did they just say? That guy's not afraid to work. When it comes time for us to list their home, we're going to call that guy. And you know what? They start saying, give me your card. So I went next door, I gave them the flyer, and I said, we just put the home up for sale. I don't even have a sign up yet. I said, I wanted to give you a heads up on it in case you knew any friends or relatives. She said, well, my sister's Gwen, she's thinking about buying it. I said, well, make sure to give this to her, pass it on, tell her about it, because I'm going to hold it open on Sunday, and I'm telling you right up front, I'm going to sell this house, because that's what I do, I get results. What do I get?
Results.
What do you guys get? Isn't that interesting? Do you see this? Do you see a brand happening here? Okay, well, I kind of hope to sell it, you know, because someday I'd like to get results. See, they're not going to pay for that. They pay for confidence. They pay for energy. So I went there, I went a couple more, almost finished the block and said, shit, it's cold. Can I say that here? And then I got in my car, and the next day Gwen calls. She goes, you Mr. Tenza? I said, yes, I am. She said, you stopped over at my sister's house. She said, you're a nut. She said, my sister said you were on her front porch. It's freezing out there. What's wrong with you? I said, what time did you want to see the home? She said, can we see it tonight? I said, absolutely. Guess what I did? I double dipped it. I sold it. Okay, now you want to get this. We're in the house. I said, what do you think? I said, oh, Miss Chance, this is nice. This is nicer than my sister's house. This bathroom's bigger than her. She's going to hate this when I buy this. Okay, so do you see how all these things are coming in? It's like, this is a nice home. So then I said, she said, what do we do now? Go to your office? I said, no. If this is going to be your home, why don't we practice you living here and sit down right here at the kitchen table and write it up? And she said, can we do that? I said, absolutely. Did you get it, everybody? I gave them ownership of the home before we ever left the home. It was their home. Isn't that cool? So I called the sellers up and I said, so listen, that open house on Sunday, were you guys really committed to me doing that? And they're like, yeah, you said you were going to do it. And I said, well, what if I already sold your home? It's like, you did that. I said, yes, I did. Got it sold. And they're like, come over and show us. I said, I'd be happy to. Because I'm the happy guy. And I walked in and I looked at it and I said, oh my God, is this for real or are you playing a game? I said, no, this is for real. How many other people do you know I should be working for? Did you see how we went for referrals right away, everybody? Because guess what? If these people go into work the next day and everyone's talking about how bad it is, how cold it is, all that stuff, and they say, God, we just listed this home, this guy sold it in one day. Who is that guy? My brother's been trying to sell for a year. My sister's been trying to neighbor down the street. Give me that guy's card. Am I right? Guess what I made sure I gave them? A bunch of cards. I gave them cards when they listed their home. I gave them cards when they sold their home. I gave them cards when I stopped by. I gave them cards every time I came by. You know I started saying them? Have I given you any cards yet? And they laughed and said, yeah, a whole bunch. I said, did I give you any today? So I sold that home, double dipped it, sold them another home. They had a housewarming party. Guess what? I made sure I was going to be invited. Guess how you think I did that? So listen, when you're at a housewarming party, you're going to invite like friends and everything? You're going to invite me, right? Oh yeah, of course. You know, because I bring a nice present. Oh sure, you can go for sure now. Now why do you want to go to a housewarming party? Because you're the hero. Oh, this is our real estate agent. Oh my gosh, she helped us. He helped us. Oh my gosh, these guys are so great. But what do most realtors do? I'm not going to go to a housewarming party. I got to bring them something. Yeah, you're going to bring them something, but what are they going to give you?
More business.
Got it, everybody? See, a lot of realtors think too small. Penny foolish. All right? So everything you do is about marketing yourself, building your brand, building your business.